You guys, welcome to Total Recall, the show that remembers it for you. It's me, Jethro Bot, and I'm here with my friends. First and foremost, Mick the Wizard, not in the land of the Vermontosaurus, but in a hotel room.
In a hotel room in San Francisco.
Room, working on the job. We have Mr. Gravy, soccer enthusiast in Columbus, Ohio. Hello, Mr. Gravy.
Howdy.
My brother from the same mother and father.
Yeah, coincidentally.
Yeah. And Bride of Pumpkinhead, the new to Total Recall. We're so happy to have you. I can do it. You're doing it.
Bride of Pumpkinhead.
And the one who selected tonight's movie, none other than Empress Buttercup, all the way from Denver, Ohio. Denver, Ohio, everyone. Denver, Colorado, in Ohio. Not in Ohio at all.
My dog is also from Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, doggy.
What's her name?
Sol. And I'm holding her because otherwise she'll be barking. So.
Is she barky?
She's very barky.
Oh.
There's this. Oh.
We don't know it. We don't know anything about that.
Oh, Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Tumbleweed doesn't bark.
I used to really quiet dogs, and this is the first demand barker I've ever had. So.
Theo's here too.
This is Bossy. And here's it. Yeah. He's also very bossy. Well, I'm very happy to say that we were capable last time we met of warning people against the kind of skeevy nature of young Ethan Hawke. If you love the movie Explorers when you were a kid, maybe just leave it there.
Please.
Please, he says.
That's right. And this week we watched a movie I have never seen before. And the reason why I've never seen it is because I was like 3 years old when it came out. But it's called The Cat from Outer Space. 1978. Jeremy, how old were you when this movie came out?
I may have been a fetus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was born in 78.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to make me feel old or what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I had seen this movie before, and I'm younger than Jeff.
Oh, had you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't believe that you had not seen this movie like at school or something. I think that's where I saw it. It was like in school.
I was 16 when it came out. I believe 16. I actually saw it in the theater.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, at the time it was.
I was looking at Empress Buttercup's dog tail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
There he is. And let me tell you, the cat is the best.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
The cat
I also I like how this banner covers up Jeremy too. That's great.
Yeah.
Boy. Never forget I can do that to you, Jeremy.
I will watch what I say.
Mm-hmm.
The cat steals the show, though, for sure. I think we could all agree on that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pet Kitty. Oh, Kitty.
And a fairly amazing bit of acting from those two cats.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. It's a brother-sister combo in this movie.
No way.
Yeah, it's two cats, and they are related.
So one interesting thing I remember from what the rewatch, the recall, and not the original, is the airplane scene, and the cat does look totally different. I was like, is that a stunt cat for the main actor cat? Because the cat on the airplane, when they're doing that whole crazy airplane scene, looks totally different from the cat that's in the spaceship.
Oh,
That's just my opinion.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did use a different cat like that. Like the star cats were like, no, we don't do airplanes.
Like it was
No, that may just been the difference between the two cats.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the cat that does chill stuff,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to go up in the airplane.
True.
Can't blame
The
them.
cat that wants to go up in the airplane
Mm-hmm.
doesn't handle the inside stuff nearly as well.
Yeah, yeah. One of them is dialogue heavy.
Dialogue cat.
When you think about how hard
An
it's got to
action
be to train cats
Mm-hmm.
to do some of the stuff they were doing,
Or just to be so tolerant. I was thinking about
Exactly.
like that one scene where where she like gets the vet into the apartment. There's all this commotion on. There's three people fussing with this cat, and the cat's totally like going along with it. You know, that's
It's
pretty
just-
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't
Also,
Yeah.
that collar was no joke. That was like an actual, like, what is that plastic that everybody likes? Those bracelets that were made of that one material, Laura, do you know?
Jelly, the jelly material.
It wasn't, but it was heavy. It's heavy plastic. It was used for a lot of, I have several bracelets made of this material. And that, for a cat to tolerate wearing that collar too, like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I liked the overall achievement of the cat, of the glowing cat collar. I thought that was pretty clever. Long before USB LED light strips.
The thing with that collar, like this movie has a lot of plot holes in it, right? And the thing about that collar is like you meet the cat. I do appreciate that you meet the cat right away. I mean, we all know why we want to see this show, you know? It's this guy right here. That's
Yep.
why we want to see him. You know? Boom.
Oh, he's adorable.
Look at him. Look at that beautiful coat. Look at that beautiful shiny collar. You know?
It has lights in it.
Yeah, it has lights in it. And he's such a pretty boy. But, so I appreciate them bringing him out right away. But they get him, you know, he's like, because of this collar, I'm able to speak with you and I'm able to do things with telepathy and stuff. Well, how did you make this collar? Like, if the collar is how you make things, how did you make the collar?
They're from outer space. They're from another planet. Who knows what technologies they have?
Yeah, that's right.
You don't ask why when they're aliens. You don't know why. Nobody knows.
Well, I mean, I kind of have a problem with that, I guess, you know. But like, I do like it. I do like it when he kind of, every once in a while, he's like, you know, like a "don't fuck with me," you know, sort of. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you when we're allowed to cuss. Sorry. There you go. Boom.
Hey.
Like a duck banner. Boom.
That is a cute screen grab that you got. Did anybody ever, I forgot to look for this and I meant to, but I did not. But did anybody catch any slow blinks?
No, he seemed pretty. Yeah, he seemed pretty lively. You know.
That spaceship was pretty dope.
It looked like a bug. Dope.
Yeah.
Spaceship.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. He never did wear like the bubble from the last picture in the slideshow. Like he's winking, he's in a little astronaut bubble.
So cute.
Felt like that was. I would have been disappointed if I had seen that poster and then not seen those things.
Not seeing the globe
Yeah.
helmet thing. Yeah. I can understand that.
There are no plot holes in this movie.
Oh, there's no plot holes in the movie.
No, there are no plot holes.
I
Because
completely.
it's not a movie you come to if you're worried about plot holes.
But that doesn't mean you
You
can
can
just-
suspend your disbelief. It's
Well, you
like
can't
professional wrestling.
Okay, well, you can just suspend your disbelief. Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
You
It
just
did-
go with it.
Yeah, it did really upset me at the end, though, when it's like this cat can pretty much do anything with his mind that he wants to. And how terrifying is that, by the way? Anyone who's owned a cat, you know, you do
Yeah.
not want your cat to be able to do anything it thinks of.
No, I think there would be a unilateral move to assassinate said cat
Mhm.
if it
Mhm.
truly existed.
Yeah.
No, because he's so cute.
Yeah.
Wait.
Look at him.
Yes.
Can you assassinate
Yeah.
that guy? I
Did
don't.
we
think
talk
so.
about what kind of cat he was? Did I miss that part? Because I remember him to be an orange tabby, and he's clearly not an orange tabby. But
See, I did not remember him as being an orange tabby.
that's so weird.
There are
Wait,
some
what-
spots.
Yeah,
where the
I'm with
lighting-
Empress Butter.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
maybe
See, look at that. Also,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
plane scene where the cat looks different, I was like, that looks like
Mhm.
an orange tabby cat to me. Sorry, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
nobody-
that's the poster, and that might be why you remember him as orange, just because it's kind of hard to tell that, like.
Yeah, and I'm totally with Empress Buttercup on this. I remember the cat being an orange tabby as well.
It's
Mhm.
got to be the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what kind of cat is that? Because he looks.
It's an
very-
Abyssinian.
Okay, never heard of it.
Abyssinian. See, if I saw that cat, I would just say it's an agouti. Like that's like the coat pattern or something. I don't know.
Is that a Middle Eastern cat breed? Or
Mhm. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a cat expert.
I just
I
read
love cats.
I just read a more set of scheduling conflict. Awesome. I read a fascinating article recently about like how the domesticated cat basically comes from one species of cat from the Middle East. Like it doesn't matter anything from like a Himalayan to your orange tabby and the alley cat. Like they actually all have like very specific common ancestry, and it basically all boils down to like this one specific species of cat that originated in the Middle East. It's pretty neat.
The perfect cat. And it spread throughout the world.
Yep.
Ah,
And thanks to this movie, we know that it actually, did not even originate on Earth in the first place. That's the whole thing about Stargate and all that other stuff.
Yeah. We should just
That's
be
what they were
worshiping
talking
them
about,
after
yeah.
all.
We
Yeah.
should be worshiping them. Yeah.
One could argue that we kind of do.
Yeah.
one
You
could
know?
argue that.
Yeah. There's many people in my life that I love and love dearly, but I'm not going to take a shovel and shovel up their poopy if they just keep pooping in the same place and expect me to do it,
right.
It would affect my love for a human being if a human being woke me up by putting their hand right in my face and leaving it there. I'd have a hard time being like, I love you forever. Because this is how you wake me up. So
This is why I don't have cat.
Yeah, me either.
I was catless most of my life. But
cats
we
are,
now have 2 cats.
yeah, cats are great. Cats
I had a cat when I was really little. Her name was Salty.
And I won't lie, I have grown fond of the cats.
I like cats. I don't think I want to own a cat. For the reasons that Jeff described.
Well, Jeremy, you don't own a cat. You share your house with the
Right.
cat.
Yeah.
And you see to the cat's needs.
And the,
Pay the cat's
the
rent.
converse of it is, cats are a lot less maintenance than a dog.
I'm not sure I agree.
Oh, I do. 100%.
Yeah. Technically, I think that's correct. I think the the maintenance that you have to do for a cat, though, I don't know.
So, Laura, what were you saying about digression on this show? Were you like, it's great, like you guys should digress more often? Were those the notes? I can't remember. I didn't write them down. Speak. Speaking of digression, we did watch a movie this week.
It's true.
There was one thing that I did want to point out that I thought was kind of interesting was the MASH connection. Like right away, you recognize Harry Morgan, and he's in like a military uniform, and he is like more or less hamming it up. But he is in this movie with the guy who played that part before him, right?
McLean Stevenson.
Yeah, McLean. Yeah,
Henry Blake.
uh-huh.
Maybe they were out of old white geezers in Hollywood or something. I don't know.
Never.
I find that very hard to believe.
I do too, but I'm just saying that is weird.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like maybe this got him the gig. That's who knows? Because he hadn't been on the show yet, right?
I don't remember when the transition happened.
Yeah.
Who else watched MASH back in the day?
Oh, I did.
I did too. My dad was
Every episode.
Every episode. It came on after the news, didn't it? Every night.
Well, once a week. But yeah, it was my dad's favorite show. And even when I left and went to college, we would get together in the dorm once a week and watch MASH.
Well, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that as far as the human beings go in this movie, I thought Harry Morgan was kind of the funniest, I don't know what you guys think. No one is like all that funny in this movie. There's not a lot of jokes that land real big. Some of them are, there's some chuckles.
Yeah, I was very first of all, I was very surprised at the rewatch of the movie. Because I thought it was a lot faster, and there was the dialogue was super dull.
Mm-hmm. There
was just like a lot of nothing going on most of the time. Like I just remember it to be way more action packed. Like I have more memories about the action and the cat and like all the.
Because of that plane sequence. As a kid, that plane sequence sold you.
Yeah. That was pretty over the top. I love real stunts, and that was some real stunt work, buddy.
And did it make a lot of sense? No.
Yeah.
Did it need to be in the movie from a plot standpoint? Absolutely not.
Was it also like the most? And it was also just so incredibly boring. Like it was the most well executed and boring helicopter stunt.
Yeah.
It just kept going and going, and like the stakes were very low. You're like, this is a Disney cat movie. Like,
they are not saving the world here. Yeah.
I'm beginning to think. Yeah, I'm starting to think they can't fall off this plane at this point. Like somehow for some reason.
Even their like voiceovers were like, oh. Let's not fall. I mean, even the actors dubbing themselves later didn't believe that they were in serious peril.
Yeah, they were like, oh,
Yeah. It was like when two people are trying to pass each other in the hallway and they keep going to the same side to get around each other. That like feels.
Excuse me there.
Yeah. Yeah, you could practically hear him say, "Oh, I'm just gonna sneak around this wing here from him. Oh, if you'll just." I get it. Yeah, it was, and that is something that a lot of reviews of this movie at the time pointed out. like its critical reception was pretty lukewarm. I don't think it did too bad at the box office, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, critically, there was a lot of criticism about the ending and about how drawn out it is.
Yeah.
And again, like, I know we're not supposed to point out plot holes, but why doesn't the cat just take control of the helicopter and land it like he's been able to do everything else this whole movie? You know, like, why is he like, okay, I'll magically make a beat the shit airplane fly instead? You know, it's obviously just to have stunts. Like, you know, this whole time he could have just stopped the helicopter.
He couldn't fly two at once.
Yeah.
Which would take a lot of concentration.
Yeah.
He only needed to fly one of them. Right. But they're on the ground. Here's the helicopter. He just make the helicopter land. You don't have to get in the air against you. Like,
might be a proximity thing, you know. I mean,
well, it might be, but did they say that, Jeremy?
No, because he was also like controlling sports
really will
games.
He wanted to fly the airplane.
He just wanted to do it.
He just wanted to fly the airplane.
Yeah, he just wanted to fly the airplane, and they wanted to do some stunt work to keep the kids excited, and
he's not super
drag this dang movie out for.
He's not Mr. Spock.
Another 20 minutes.
He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna fly after him.
Yeah, I mean, this movie. Yeah,
I remember the scene that I thought was just like, oh. And I think it was like when Jeff, even said, like, I think this is getting a bit long in the tooth. But I remember I got up and like went to the bathroom or got a cup of hot cocoa or something and came back and was so disappointed. It was still going on. Was the pool scene where they're hustling at the pool hall to get the money.
So bad.
It's just
so bad.
Grimace shake.
It was so bad, I totally forgot all about it. Like, thank you for triggering me and making me remember that. Terrible.
But that's the yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is like, they're like, you know, can you believe these camera tricks and what we can do with pool balls?
Yeah.
It's so incredible. We'll just keep doing it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty clever. Like the little effects and stuff, you know, it was all very clever, and it was generally done very clean and polished, you know, and like it was like well done, right? You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a bit much. Like this movie could have been like what 15, 20 minutes shorter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say that a minute ago. That is exactly what I.
Well, to say something about the personnel responsible for this film, the director William Tokar. I was looking him up. He died at the age of 59 of a heart attack. Ooh. He directed 16 movies before he passed away, and 15 of them were for Walt Disney Productions.
That was his bailiwick. That was his thing.
I mean, he worked with Kurt Russell. He worked with Don Amici. Like, you know, he worked with the whole stable. He never made a Herbie movie. He didn't make a Herbie movie, but you know, he worked with he's the director of what was it? The Apple Cart. What
Apple Dumpling Gang.
The Apple Dumpling Gang. Yeah, the Apple Dumpling Gang. In fact, the one movie he made that wasn't for Disney was Where the Red Fern Grows. So he leaves Disney for a movie just to make an extremely Disney-like movie. You know, like, I'm tired of these constraints.
Did every Disney movie get shown in the theater? Like, because I don't remember seeing this in the theater. I saw it on television because Sunday night was Disney night.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. They probably went to TV faster than other films, I bet, you know.
There is, I mean, it's got a pretty high production value, but there is almost like a made for TV kind of quality to it at the same time. I don't know.
its pacing and its length seems like maybe it was made for TV, because there's no reason for this movie to be an hour and 43 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there is a lot of padding, and you're right. Like the pool room, the pool hall scene is like there's so much padding. Like this, they keep going back and forth and back and forth. And I was starting to get worried that then we were gonna have to go watch him haggle for gold. But thankfully, the movie knows just to be like, nope, gold, boom, like
well, and let's just keep going. Like they do all this freaking shit, and then they fail in the mission and miss the rendezvous, which I also did not remember. Really, I mean, they did all this work, and that's what the whole movie is like. All this struggle to get him through, to the rendezvous, and then not to spoil the plot, but they don't get to the freaking rendezvous. It's a terrible ending. Terrible. So sad.
No, they do. They get him there just in time, but he's like, I've got to save my new human friends.
But now he wants to be American?
Yeah, he sends the ship back.
Oh, okay. I thought he missed it or something, and then that's why he got stuck and then wanted to wanted to be American because he.
No, they got him there just in the nick of time and said a quick and tearful goodbye, and the cat was like, "But Sandy Duncan," and the guy was like, "No, you have to go back to your cat planet."
Oh,
and so
man.
he seems to consent to that, and then he like pops up in the next scene, and it's like, "JK, we're all
right.
JK,
we're all gonna be together."
Yeah.
JK, let me take my American oath.
Yeah, and that could be the most unbelievable part of the film, right? That we would just grant citizenship to a smart cat.
Well,
didn't we try to
Well,
just like
remember, he's not just smart though. He's
Oh, they could weaponize him. Yeah, maybe that's the incentive.
it's possible that
just all the technology advances.
Yeah.
What if he was like manipulating that judge? Do you think he could go scanner on someone if he wanted to?
Oh, I'd say,
like,
yeah.
Like,
Think of something specific.
if it happened nowadays, they would totally weaponize him.
Yeah. Oh, they totally would have weaponized him back then too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or they at least would have been like,
Did you see what had happened to our military?
Yeah.
That's what peacetime does to the military.
That's running around like
war. They were running around like buffoons.
Everyone in a uniform. In fact, like that's the whole reason why they just suddenly drum up this villain out of nowhere, is because they're like, we can't have our incompetent American military as the only villain in this movie. Like we actually need someone that like children and their parents, who we know are having to watch this movie, and they did put in a few cheeky jokes here and there, but like not, like nothing like what they do nowadays. It's no Ren and Stimpy, but it's, but it's, I lost my train of thought actually there. What was I talking about? Can someone finish my sentence for me? Jeremy, you go. I'm tired.
Oh, I liked how I was just thinking about this. The villain that comes out of nowhere, right? And how like Roddy McDowall's character is a spy for NASA for this super Mysterio villain guy. Subplot. Yeah, we get a lot of close-ups of Roddy McDowall making faces, and boy, does he make a bunch of faces in that movie. I think it's great. Could be my favorite part of the film, other than the cat.
Oh no, I liked his upside down camera footage. Remember when he was like hanging in the room?
Oh yeah.
That was
Okay.
But I just realized, like the look of the villain guy, right? So it looks like Will Ferrell's character from Zoolander.
Yeah. You're right.
He totally does.
He looks sick, He
doesn't look.
He
well.
kind of look. Yeah, he kind of looks like, killing a cat from outer space is like his make-a-wish, you know.
Oh man.
What? What?
St. Jude's kicked me out, so I'm going to kill a cat. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell.
It's all right. It's okay. I didn't make the movie. You know, they probably poked that cat a lot, you know, like really. We don't know that they were nice to it. This was before.
Yeah, was there a Humane Society like sign off at the end?
Well, this predates that stuff.
Even though it was pretend, I didn't like that scene where they like inject him with drugs and then he's like laying there all like I was stressed out during that scene too. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. Yeah, that you're right.
And back then, I don't think they did have Humane Society. Like, I don't think the Humane Society was in every movie. Like, there's been some crazy stuff.
Yeah, there might have been a couple cats on that airplane.
No, this is definitely, you know, like the Humane Society stuff was really like in the early 80s is when that started happening. Like, there had already been a lot of movies that, you know, clearly were over the line, you know, and it just started to become apparent that, you know.
Well, Disney, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
White Wilderness.
Oh, really?
Yes.
White Wilderness?
White
What
Wilderness. It's actually become quite famous. You know, the idea you have that lemmings will march in a line and just throw themselves off a cliff.
Oh, yeah.
They don't. That's not a thing that happens.
Oh. That's all Disney's fault.
Yeah. Because Disney thought that they could make them do it and they wouldn't do it. So when you see that in the movie, they're tossing lemmings over a cliff.
There's a couple of guys off camera with some brooms.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's true. I remember. I heard about that before. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I remember loving that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What year? What year was that? Round about?
Oh God! When?
I was going to do some research real quick. Well,
1958.
58. Oh, okay. So, 20 years later, they still haven't learned their lesson. No, I mean,
well, no, because they didn't murder the cat.
Right? Yeah. No, this cat
That we
never
know of.
actually. This cat never actually seems to be like, you know, uncomfortable or anything. You know,
He's a good actor.
yeah. Oh no.
Oh, that's cool.
Nick, I had a similar experience with Milo and Otis. I loved that movie so much as a kid, and then as an adult, I learned that it was not all sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, really?
No.
They were not nice to Milo and Otis?
No, they shot that movie in another country, and it was not in English. It was just dubbed in English. You know, they just took the footage, easy enough to dub somebody else into it, you know. So they just took the movie somebody else made. But when they made that movie, man, they threw kittens off cliffs.
Holy shit.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No.
Oh, man.
No, I wish I was kidding, because it is an adorable movie. There's a lot of kitten in it.
I never would have watched it.
It's not
It
90
is really
minutes
cute.
of flying kittens, you know, like it's really cute. Yeah.
And it's narrated by what's his face? The guy that did
that adorable drunk British man.
the adorable drunk British guy.
Even the nights are better.
I can't even think of his name.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore, yeah. Dudley Moore narrates while young kittens die.
Yeah.
We should talk about something else.
Okay, good idea. Good idea. So, speaking of cats, one thing that I did want to point out here is that in this movie, several times scenes are stretched out a little bit as a result of Jake the cat, who has all these powers and can solve all these problems, gets distracted by a female cat. And if you ask me, it's weird they set the cat up with another cat.
Yeah.
This cat is extremely smart. Earth cats, they're not, right? It's kind of like in Planet of the Apes, where they give Chuck Heston, like Chuck Heston picks out a primitive girl he likes, and he's like, I'll name you Nova. Nova, you're my wife. Isn't it like that? Like he's not on a level with this other cat.
I don't think he's interested in her brains.
Yeah. He flies a spaceship. Like, what can they possibly have in common?
Well, if he takes his collar off, he's just a regular cat.
No,
So-
he's still a genius. He just can't do anything about it. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's still a cat. He has needs. He's been in a spaceship by himself for months.
Wait, what about this? What if
He
the
even
girl,
made a point to say so.
100% Pepe Le Pew situation.
what if
Yeah.
the girl cat is actually? What if all cats on Earth are actually descendants of these aliens? Which means the girl cat, they really were connected. Maybe we didn't get that far. They skipped that part.
Well, that's kind of a scary proposition to think that all the cats on Earth are just as smart as Jake, but they just simply can't.
They don't have powers.
They choose
don't
not
have
to.
Where are they going to get their light up collar here on Earth?
They got no thumbs.
They can't play video games.
They can't make their order for the light up collar on Space Amazon and then have it delivered. Like there's no way for them to get their collar. What are they gonna do?
Maybe they have people enslaved on their planet. This is just an omission that Jake decided to leave out.
He doesn't bring.
They
that
just
up.
have enslaved humans on his home planet that do nothing but put the magic collars on them.
Yeah.
They exploit us for our thumbs.
Yeah, human beings make the collars, put the collars on the cats, and then just live.
And they shovel the poop.
Circling back, it's not that different here. We just they don't talk to us in English.
They don't solve any of our problems either.
Some of them do, though.
No problem solving.
Well, they don't.
Smart cats.
Have you seen that cat that says hi, like with a southern accent?
Yeah. It's pretty cute. Yeah.
There's all these weird videos of cats trying to speak English. Have you seen these? Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Like I've heard that like cats meow in an attempt to communicate with non-cats. Namely us. Like probably they're trying to say, "There's poop in my box."
Tutu, is there poop in your box?
Oh, there's Jeremy's big dog.
Tutu, what are you doing? Papunya, shaggy dog. She's been outsmarted by a curtain.
She can't.
She
can't get through.
She's been thwarted by the curtain.
She can't get through the curtain on her own. She needs your help. Oh, thank God. Oh, whew. The suspense was killing me. Will the dog make it through the curtain?
Poor thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I thought that whole plot line that they kept returning to was weird. That as soon as the female cat is in his presence,
he's like, whoa,
distracted.
Going back home.
Yeah, he will allow his human friends to come to terrible peril. Like
But
he's just
really,
like,
it's the only romantic relationship that happens in the movie, isn't it? Like,
No.
the date. Well, the other chick Cindy Duncan keeps trying to date that guy, but he's blowing her off.
Yeah.
So that wasn't really going anywhere.
I think
Yeah, he was only blowing her off because of the cat.
Yeah. I think we're to assume that now that the cat situation is resolved, they will go on that picnic.
Yeah.
He was avoiding. He didn't want to go on that date.
I don't know why he wouldn't. She seems like a lovely lady.
Right.
Yeah.
He wanted to go on the date, but the cat kept getting in the way.
Yeah.
I mean, she was so desperate to go out with this weird cat-loving guy. She got a cat. We don't know that she had a cat before the events of this film. She may have just gone out and got a cat.
No.
Yeah. Now you're kind of like, maybe she's crazy.
Yeah. She was trying really hard, like definitely. I mean, I'm not one to give advice, but if you're trying that hard, maybe stop. Don't just show up with a picture.
That's what I'm saying. Is she's obviously putting the moves on him, and he is not responding.
He's like, he's like the aloof professor type,
Mm-hmm.
He's not interested. I could tell he wasn't interested in her.
Yeah,
he was socially awkward.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well.
So
he's been talking to a cat for a long time now.
Was the girl cat reciprocating to our friend?
I mean, she wasn't like hitting him.
I didn't feel like the girl cat was nearly as good an actor.
Yeah.
As the cat that played the Jakes.
She couldn't find her motivation.
She's just like, I'll sit here if you make me.
Well, when cats meet each other, they usually immediately start hissing and swatting each other's faces. So,
do you think they knew each other?
I think that must be either that or once again, my theory is that Earth cats are not as smart as Jake at all. And Jake meets this cat and probably her first instinct is oh, another cat, I'll hiss and swat. And he does the brain thing, where he's like, no, you will like me. I just don't like where this storyline was going. I can't stress it enough. To me, it's weird. All right.
It's weird. They said
I made a banner for it. I clearly think it's weird.
They're trying to do Earth cats are easy.
Maybe that's really why you stopped by.
Oh my god! Yes.
Hey. Woohoo!
Yes, it's true.
It's true. That's the cat from outer space too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you guys put up a picture of Roddy McDowell making a face?
No, it was actually it was difficult to find pictures of the actors that weren't copyrighted.
Right.
There's a lot of pictures of Jake out there, but I'm not interested in upsetting anyone. But anyway, we could just watch Jake some more. Jake.
Oh, he's dreamy. He is.
Oh, look at Jake. Look at what's that. Well, no, that's not Jake. That's fake Jake.
Fake.
There's the Jake. That's the Jake. That's the don't fuck with Jake right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the nice Jake.
Oh, so the name of that plastic, it's called Bakelite. That to me looks like a Bakelite bracelet.
Oh,
from the 70s.
yeah.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
one. It just needs light inside it. It would look just like that.
Well, maybe you could make one for your. Well, you have to get a cat. Get a cat, and then make one for your cat.
Make a collar.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite line in the movie. The power of this cat is awesome.
Yeah. That is
It
fantastic.
still is. Yeah, this movie came out for Disney live action, like right at kind of a weird time. They had a lot of success, through the late 60s, early 70s, and things kind of changed like leading up into the 80s. Like their live action movies weren't often freewheeling comedies anymore, and they started Touchstone Pictures so they could start doing PG, without having the Disney name on it, and branch out in that way. So I guess like, it seems like the Cat from Outer Space is like getting right to the end of an era of like the Disney factory that that again gave us Kurt Russell and Sandy Duncan, and kept the director of this movie busy. He put out a movie a year,
Wow.
for Disney.
Wow.
Yeah, they
But-
definitely seem like they were like this movie didn't seem, upon the rewatch, did not seem super childlike to me, which was also weird.
Yeah,
That definitely comes through and makes sense because it did, got that vibe.
Well, I think Jeff pointed out too that there was a couple of like slightly off-color jokes that were almost like subversive in a way, like just a few, and they were like clever and pretty,
Yeah.
over the head of a little kid for sure.
yeah, and they were just kind of not too racy. I wish I could think of like an example, but they were really like quick asides here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you think about it, right? Like I think I'm no expert, but I get the impression that like this was like during the time period, right, where like Disney was their animation side, as far as like feature animation films, was totally languishing, right? I mean, I can't even think of a successful Disney animation motion feature length film from the late 70s or even early 80s.
Yeah, I mean that's right where they wound up doing the Black Cauldron because they wanted to do a PG rated animated film, and that like not only did it not work out, it kind of like reeks of desperation, that they were just trying to do anything they could, like get something to stick.
Yeah,
but yeah, you're right. The I think right around that time is when they did the Rescuers sequel. Is that right? Or is that from when they did the original Rescuers? That was like the most successful film of this period you're talking about. Basically, pre Little Mermaid.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid was the great Renaissance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what brought it back.
It's no black hole, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, the Cat from Outer Space was so awesome. They were like, we need to do more movies in space. Who's hilarious is Anthony Perkins. Great idea, and it went off great too. But yeah, in general, I think this movie was like popular, but not, it's not like, I don't know. I don't know like how much people really love this movie. Like
not as much as the previous. It was definitely on that starting downhill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because leading up to this movie, they had done, what were those scary movies that they did? The
Witch Mountain?
Witch Mountain. Yeah, they'd done a few Witch Mountain movies already, and those are pretty popular. We already mentioned the Apple Dumpling Gang.
I've never seen any of the Witch Mountains or Apple Dumpling Gang movies, I don't think.
The movie, the very next Disney live action movie was one that I had seen because when I was a kid, I liked Don Knotts. So I think either the same year or just the very next live action Disney film release was Hot Lead Cold Feet with Don Knotts. So we're watching that next week. No, I'm just kidding.
The Apple Dumpling Gang is awesome.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that a kids are criminals thing or something? What
No,
is the storyline
it's
of that?
Tim Conway and
Well, Tim Conway is scary.
Oh yeah, Tim
I'm too
Conway.
high.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
laughs abound. I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know if Private Eyes was a Disney release. Was it? No, I think that was just another Don Knotts movie for someone else.
Yeah, Don Knotts and Tim Conway. That's what I
Don
thought.
Knotts. Yeah, Don Knotts and Tim Conway.
And Tim Conway are the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Private Eyes is a Disney film too, you know. But that was a movie we watched a lot as a kid.
I remember.
You remember Private Eyes?
I remember Private Eyes. I mean, I don't remember it, but I know.
There's a lot of there's a lot of hack jokes about haunted houses in Private Eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Apple Dumpling Gang also pretty good.
Really good. Well,
Oh,
you know,
yeah?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
You just remember it to be really good.
Yeah.
I watched it many, many times.
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Not recently, but back in the day.
If only someone could check it out for you and see if it's still worth.
It still holds up after all.
Yeah. Somebody
I
could
the only
remember
one
it
that's seen
for
it?
you.
And so have none of you seen the Apple Dumpling Gang?
I'm not.
I don't think
I mean, yeah, I'd be open to watch it because I've never seen it.
I was gonna say it's possible I caught like a snippet of it or something. Because like I said, we were regular Sunday night Disney movie,
Mhm.
and that sounds like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Apple Dumpling Gang,
Yeah. Herbie.
you know, Mary Poppins, all of those, all the Herbie, all those movies. I remember watching a little bit of all those movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Well, I don't know if we're actually going to pick another Disney movie for our next, but we can put that in the
The queue.
put that in the queue.
If you
List
have
of
it,
possibilities.
Yeah.
I'll watch it with you, Mick, on your thing.
We can
Well,
wait.
Should we go around and like list determinations? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I was just trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say about the movie. I mean, you know, like I said, I liked Harry Morgan's performance and Roddy McDowell's. Sandy Duncan, she does actually seem really pleasant. What's the lead guy again?
Ken Berry.
Ken Berry, yeah. I didn't look up his filmography, but I had the feeling that he was like a Disney stable actor. I have to imagine, like he kind of has that feel. What else is he from, like that you could think of off the top of your
I
head?
remember him in Mayberry RFD, which was the Andy Griffith show when Andy Griffith left.
Spinoff.
They kept the show and just now it's about this guy and everybody else in town.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
How long did that last?
Yeah, I don't remember. A while, longer than I would have expected.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
yeah,
interesting.
that was Andy Griffith was a very popular show.
Oh yeah. People could never get enough of
Yes.
Floyd the Barber. You know, they're like, we need more Floyd. You know.
So it hung out for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. And Don Knotts was, or no, you said it's Don Knotts probably didn't stick around either. Like
No, Don Knotts left before Andy Griffith left.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the replacement was not nearly as good.
Yeah, he had Disney movies to make. You know,
I'm trying
the mouse
to
was
remember.
the mouse.
I bet
was
Disney
called.
played well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They paid well.
I'm trying to remember if I saw any other Don Knotts movie. It's the ones you've listed so far. I don't think.
Really? What's
I've seen a lot.
He was on.
I feel like we saw a lot of Don Knotts movies.
I saw a lot of Don Knotts because he was on shows on TV. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen the movie.
Right.
Yeah, he is absolutely wonderful in Three's Company. Like,
yeah,
you know,
he's great.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Don Knotts?
I have seen a lot of Don Knotts.
Yeah. I saw a pair of pants that Don Knotts had wore once, and he was a very, very tiny man.
He was.
He was super duper small, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a slight guy, and yeah, his legs were like you know, like that. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, other than to talk about how great the cat is, I guess we're ready to move on to the deciding factor, the deciding stage. I don't have a name for it yet. Okay, we're gonna. But you know, anyway, getting back to somebody as part of their childhood really loves the film The Cat from Outer Space. They haven't seen it. They want to know, is this cherished childhood memory okay to revisit? I don't know who to start with. Like, I mean, it was Sandra's pick. I kind of want to start with Sandra, I guess. Is that, or do you want to go last?
No, I'll go first.
You go first? Okay, yeah.
Sure. First of all, I did want to say, because it didn't come up for me, but I was between the ages of 7 and 9 when this movie came out. So I think I probably was the intended demographic for this movie. I don't, like I said, I did not see it in the theater. I don't know if we saw it. So that's why I also think I might have been older. You know, that saw it on TV after it was in the theater, if it was in the theater. But I definitely thought this was like one of the greatest movies of all time. And then, of course, sadly disappointed at how long, drawn out, boring, and dry it was. But I still think it's worth watching, only because it's a cat from outer space.
Yeah.
So I'm like a hard maybe. Like, please, I'm a yes, but with warnings, because you need like activities or be drinking or taking coke or something. Otherwise, it's excruciatingly long and boring.
Yeah.
But you know, the cool scenes in between, I think, make up for it, because I thought it was still a good movie.
Definitely has its moments, you know, like definitely stuff that likes.
I don't think I like the ending though, and I meant to watch it again because I obviously misunderstood the ending a little bit. So I'm probably going to watch it again just for myself, for shiggles.
Oh, okay.
It's a hard. It's like a yes with warnings. Is how
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I get it. Well, we'll just. I don't know. I guess we'll go. We'll go to Jeremy, and we'll go up to me. We'll go in that direction. What is that? Counterclockwise? It's very hard. It's counterclockwise. We're gonna go. That's clockwise.
Clockwise.
We're gonna go clockwise. All right.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay.
Which direction does time go in?
Goes up.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh my god.
Well, I give it a salvage title. I think The Cat is undeniably charming. It's a cute little movie. It's good for some laughs. I actually enjoyed watching it, but yeah, Empress Buttercup is definitely correct in the warnings. Like, it's a rather lengthy hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I love the cat. I think it's kind of I definitely think it's funny and charming and like very cheeky and even though it's ridiculous, out of place, and way too long, I love the stunt work at the end. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it a salvage title for sure, man.
Sweet.
Cat from Outer Space. It's classic.
Excellent. Well, I like that you like the stunt work because it is real.
Yeah.
They really are. It's a helicopter and a biplane.
Yeah.
That's true. It just in this context, like I don't know, like
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
It just kind of seems like we've already been hanging out with a superpowered cat. How impressive are biplanes and helicopters supposed to be at this point? I mean, there was a flying saucer in the right after the opening credits. Like, but I do agree with you guys. I would say yes. Go ahead and revisit the Cat from Outer Space. Number one reason, the cat's adorable. If you loved this movie when you were a kid, you probably are still a cat person or an animal person at least, or you just love adorable things. There's still got to be like some connection to where, like you like this movie because you like the cat, and the cat is still very likable. Some of the jokes land. It's not a complete wash. It certainly is no Howard the Duck in the humor department. Like there's actual setups and punchlines every once in a while. Some of the characters are really selling it and are pretty endearing. Even though, again, like I can't stress it enough. Every setup just goes on too long. When his neighbor comes over and he's trying to convince him that the cat has superpowers, and they keep showing him doing magic things, and the guy's like forcibly ignoring it, like and being like, no, don't see it. No. That, it's funny, but it goes on too long,
Yeah, totally.
And then the sports betting goes on too long. And then the pool scene, like
that one's a stinker.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like maybe if you just took those plane stunts and you showed them out of context, you'd be like, wow, look at them go, like I don't know though. People don't really put that in movies anymore. Well, Sandra, you're muted.
I was saying maybe. Thank you. Maybe the movie had a big budget and they were just trying to spend it all. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a tax shelter.
Yeah. We can't have a budget surplus. Oh my God.
I'm sure that happens all the time. We like to go over budget whenever possible.
We obviously need to rent a plane. We have not spent enough money.
Yeah. My guess would be that beat up plane was for another movie, maybe one that got scrapped, and they were like, you know what, we could put in the cat movie. How about that? Well, the cat movie doesn't really have a plane scene. Well, now it does. Okay, come up with a new villain. It's now not just like E.T. That E.T. wasn't a thing. All right. Well, anyway,
this is a government.
So all this to say, you definitely can have fun with, the Cat from Outer Space. It's not a big wet towel. It's not, it's not a disaster. It's a little long in the tooth, and it's obviously for kids, But I also give it a thumbs up. So, so we're looking good. I can't wait to see what the Bride of Pumpkinhead has to say about it.
I'm really in agreement with y'all. Not much to add. You've taken all of my talking points already. Would probably not. I would give a no maybe for like hardline dog people, like
Yeah.
I think this would not be
Oh, yeah.
a movie for you.
Fair.
Yeah, I think, Sandra, your point about like having something else going on in your life while you're watching this movie like would make it more enjoyable.
It's a movie to do your taxes to.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, the only other thing I wanted to add was that in the very beginning, you're in the scientist laboratory and he has this like totally bonkers and awesome coffee setup, like how a scientist with like beakers and pipes and shit would make his coffee. That was great. I would pay special attention to that part on if I do rewatch this again.
yeah, that makes that
So,
guy
yes,
endearing right off the bat. It's kind of a Pee-wee's Big Adventure moment, a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's like a part of why the slowdown is such a letdown is because when it starts off, it's like we've got the saucer, it looks like a cat. Here's the cat, hijinks ensue, wacky professor, girl professor, all this stuff.
It jumps right in there. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And even though the jokes are immediately like not that funny. Like they are like sweet and not offensive, and and Roddy McDowell is pretty great. Like him sneaking around. I enjoyed that a lot. And yeah, the cat through the whole thing, great. But yeah, then it just starts lagging. And another thing I liked about it, this was just, I think, the times, is that for a kids movie, there was a lot of alcohol, which was great.
That's true.
Fun-loving drunks.
They smoked cigarettes. They were gambling. They were, all sorts of shenanigans.
Yeah, drinking, sports betting scientists. You know.
Well, only one of them. That was all McLean Stevenson.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a bad influence then. I don't like him. With his gambling.
No.
So yeah, I give it a unenthusiastic thumbs up.
The partial thumb.
The partial thumb.
Limp.
The opposable thumb.
The old Orange Cassidy.
Flaccid thumb.
All right. Well, we're still gonna collect our final vote here. Yeah, we still have one more vote to go.
Everybody's vote counts.
Everyone's vote counts.
I am going to enthusiastically say, if you liked this as a kid, you're still gonna like it.
Yeah.
And it comes across. It's very much targeted at children, which I think is why the pool hall scene. It does go on way too long, but in some ways, it's my favorite non-cat part of that movie. Just because of the way it's all incredibly overacted. It's all very much parody almost.
Yeah, that's true. Campy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're hamming it up for the kids.
Yeah.
Doing the human cartoon thing,
Yeah. Caricature.
It reminded me a lot of some of the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
Hey, Wonder Wheels. Hey, what's up with this cat? Hey.
I think
if you didn't love it as a kid, definitely, I would still give it a. Well, again, I'm going to go with what Princess Buttercup said. Watch it with friends, talk during it, have a good time with it.
Yeah.
And the cat alone sells the movie. Roddy McDowall's great. I like McLean Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
His character was a doofus.
Yeah. It's funny though.
But he was a charming doofus.
Yeah, for sure.
Charming alcoholic, compulsive gambler.
He took the beer splash back in the face like with style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was actually my favorite effect, I think.
Was the beer going
out of the can into his face, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of magical powers being used to pick on alcoholics, like just tease them, like. Oh. Well, I mean, I know this is only our third episode, but I'm pretty excited about our first unanimous vote. Woo! Yes! It's a yes!
Consensus.
As a matter of fact,
That's awesome.
so unprepared for a yes was I. I don't even have a follow-up banner ready, so I'll just go with Jeffrey Jones.
Oh, good old JJ.
Jeffrey Jones was arrested. Good old, why does there have to be sexual tension with the puppet? That's a classic.
Yeah.
We love that one.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we can solidly recommend. We can solidly recommend The Cat from Outer Space. Classic, and mainly it's a classic because of this guy right here.
Oh, Jake.
Before we move on to picking our next movie, let's just take a moment to really enjoy Jake.
Oh,
was this cat acting
kitty.
duo in any other movies?
I don't know. You had their names in the chat. Yeah, Rumple and Amber.
Rumple and Amber.
Oh, yeah. Rumple? That's such a
And
great name.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could Google it and see if there, was more Rumple and Amber in the world. Seems like such a waste. They were just so good at it, And I was seeing like there's a lot of like promotional shots where the actors are just holding one of them, like these were pretty tolerant cats,
Very well trained cat, yeah.
Yeah, like we've got 3 cats, and one cat would put up with a little bit of it, but you'd eventually have some outtakes where people are getting bit. Another cat you could pick up, but before anyone gets to snap that picture, you're like Sandy Duncan is bleeding, and our other cat you are not picking up. not coming out of the spaceship, not going to sit in a pool hall, none of that.
Has anybody seen the acro cats though? You know what acro cats are, right?
Yeah, and that's from right here in Austin.
Yeah, they're all, there's like a whole bus full of trainable trick performing cats. So maybe but the right personality for that.
Isn't part of their show though that a lot of times they don't do what they're supposed to? Like, I thought that was part of it. I don't know. I have not seen the acrobat cats, so I think I saw them on TV once. I haven't seen them live, but yeah. The idea of seeing live cat show with a busload of cats, that makes me a little nervous. I'm gonna have to see some credentials with the people who run this show.
I bet that bus doesn't smell good.
Yeah. All right. So, what do we want to see? What do we want to talk about a couple Wednesdays from now? What do we want to do here?
Mick, I'm looking at you.
At? Has anybody else seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
I saw it when I was I did see it when I was a kid. Yeah, but
Isn't that a Disney movie?
it's a Disney movie. Yeah, it's a
Is
Disney
it?
movie, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it another live action?
It is live action,
Yeah, it's Dick Van Dyke, right?
but
Yeah.
I don't think it was Disney. It was not Disney.
It wasn't. Oh,
No.
interesting.
It was it was produced by Cubby Broccoli.
Speaking of, I'm sorry, we forgot to talk about Roger Pancake.
Oh, that's right.
About what?
Roger Pancake. Yeah. We just thought it was really cool that there was an actor in this movie whose name was Roger Pancake. And we looked him up, and he's from Cincinnati, Ohio. And he was a character actor, but yeah, he doesn't seem to have done a lot of like great pancake related work, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
But
Excellent.
to follow up a film with Roger Pancake with a film produced by Mr. Broccoli.
Mr. Broccoli.
I feel like that's how can
is that an Albert Broccoli production?
Yes.
How about that?
Wow.
Based on a story written by none other than
Ian Fleming.
Wow.
If I've seen this movie, I haven't seen it in an incredibly long time, but it looks amazing. I think we should watch it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. It's an American-British musical fantasy film directed by Albert Broccoli.
Oh, Albert Broccoli directed it. It's a passion project. Excellent.
Oh, directed by Ken Hughes. I'm sorry. And produced by Albert Broccoli.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But it looks crazy. The screenplay is by Roald Dahl.
Well, it's got credentials. Might want to mention that Mick is coming to us from a hotel room in San Francisco and not his normal headquarters. Let's see here. Let me see if I get him back.
He's renewing his internet lease from the hotel.
Well, I guess maybe there was a limit to how much he was allowed to use. Boom! There he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God! That's two of him. Yeah.
Yeah, the joys of doing this from my work laptop.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, where were we?
Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and go with Shitty Bang Bang here. As I understand, it's funny to call it. And this is a movie that's a musical. Here's what I remember about it. I'd like to hear what you guys remember about it. But all I really remember about it is that there is Chitty Bang Bang is a beat up car that flies and does magic things, and people sing about it. Is that about gist?
That happens.
Yeah.
There's more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a whole subplot, almost Willy Wonka-ish, as I remember.
Oh yeah. Well, I figure there's got to be there's got to be a bad guy,
And he has all sorts of crazy candy inventions.
Yeah. Oh.
And I feel like somebody's trying to steal them.
Wow. It is the most phantasmagorical musical entertainment in the history of everything.
Oh.
Who said that?
I'm skeptical.
Who said that?
It's on the poster.
Well,
the
Barbara
makers-
Lawrence said she doesn't think it's aged very well. So those are two very extreme opinions.
Oh,
Though we definitely need to watch it.
yeah. I would like to know how it has. Yeah, I'd like to know how it hasn't aged well.
Oh, is it
Sounds
terrible?
Interesting.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
public service.
Yeah.
That's what we were meant to do.
It is over 2 hours long, I noticed.
Ooh.
Why do we keep doing to us? Why do we keep doing this to us? No. It's fine. We're not gonna say no because it's a 2-hour long movie.
We need to schedule an earlier watch time because it's gonna bleed.
Yeah, we could bump up the watch time a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah. For those for those watching, we get together and watch the movie together. So that's why this show is every other Wednesday. We take time to watch and take notes and stuff and commiserate a little bit. It's kind of like the green room. Says you could tell while you were watching this show, you were like, these guys, they really planned ahead here. It's obvious. Like they get something funny. Miss Buttercup, you want to share it with the rest of the class? No, I'm just
the what now?
Muted. I can't talk.
All right. Well, I'm excited to see now what this movie is about because, I feel like it is a really, really vague memory. But
I'm probably wrong in some ways, but
I
know there's inventions.
Yeah. Is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang an invention, or
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
Yes. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is sort of an
Weird
invention.
German subplot.
A baron.
The Baron.
Or sort of magic.
Chrysler LeBaron?
Yeah.
It's a chubby guy who floats through the air. I want that candy. Give me that candy, Paul Atreides.
It seems like that wouldn't be misplaced.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm down with it. I'm down with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Sandra, do you remember anything about this movie yourself?
Not really. I'm pretty sure I watched it, but I don't remember much about it.
Yeah. It's another,
I feel like Jeff and I must have watched this movie at some point.
We had to have, because I just, I do remember it was a musical. When I was a kid, I was not real big into musicals.
Me
it was
neither.
kind of a turnoff for me.
Except for Grease. Man, we watched the shit out of Grease.
Well, I think it's because we had to. Like Grease was on a lot. And,
we had no choice.
We had no choice. It was part of our background a lot. Yeah.
I want to add Grease 2 to the list of movies of Grease.
Surely you can't force Grease 2 upon us.
I refuse.
Finest works. Finest work.
Michelle Pfeiffer's finest work. What else has she done that's good?
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Exactly.
Yeah. She was Catwoman.
That's a good one, actually. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I liked Michelle Pfeiffer.
I liked Mother. I know it wasn't popular.
She did a movie where she was a lawyer. Legal Eagle. No, is that a movie?
Oh my God, Dangerous Minds, you guys. Life-changing.
Oh, okay.
Really?
We might have to watch that one on this show sometime.
Yeah.
I do not recognize that as being a worthwhile film.
Dangerous Minds.
I think Jeff needs a Michelle Pfeiffer filmography retrospective.
Well, I will say this is that Michelle Pfeiffer was in what I consider to be the most overrated movie of all time, Scarface.
Oh,
Scarface is, in my opinion, like a terrible movie.
It's not a very good movie. I agree with you there.
And Michelle Pfeiffer's in that. I mean, and I do feel like a lot of the appreciation of Scarface is laughing at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, this ridiculous scenes where he's like snorting the giant piles of cocaine on, but that's not made tongue in cheek. You know, that's like completely serious. I don't know. That's just
yeah. No, I'm trying to think of something she's in, that I like. There's got to be something, but you're right. She is a good Catwoman. Like that was good. Yeah.
She was in Lady Hawk.
Lady Hawk. I don't think I've ever seen Lady Hawk. I've been aware of it, for forever, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Matthew Broderick aside, it's a very good movie.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Matthew Broderick doesn't ruin everything he's in.
He comes really close. For me.
Dangerous
All
Minds,
right.
1995.
I have a visceral dislike of Matthew Broderick.
Interesting. Well, I choose, Ferris Bueller. Yeah.
Oh, wow. An ex-Marine turned teacher struggles to connect with her students in an inner city school, a la 1995.
I don't know.
Spending most our lives.
Barbara, I got to tell you, I'm a real big fan of the camp series, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
Didn't Holly Berry make a good Catwoman? I liked her too. Also, Eartha Kitt.
No one likes Halle Berry's Catwoman the best. Get real.
Eartha Kitt. Okay, but Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt is awesome.
What I'm talking about there. That's what I'm talking about. I like Eartha Kitt a lot. Well, I guess we got our homework. So thank you everyone for joining us for what has really been a lively discussion about
more lively than the movie.
That's right. Yes, a lively discussion about a very, very silly movie. We got serious about the silly. So, man, I honestly did not even realize that Albert Broccoli made other movies. Like, I had no idea. So, it's kind of like when you see the production company that made the Superman movies with Christopher Reeves. It's kind of like when you see one of their other movies and you're like, oh, this has the same aesthetic. This has the same look and feel. This has the same special effects, type stuff. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, the department store scene. Yeah, I need to revisit that. I definitely need to revisit Batman Returns because, for one, it has Paul Rubens in it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that movie's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to look into it, but not this week. This week it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Mick, did you see this in the theater when it came out? Do you remember anything, whether or not you might have seen it in person? Mick? Mick's in a hotel room.
My internet.
I'm just trying to get my screen set up so that I just look like a disembodied face and hands.
Yeah. I love that you have that cord drooping down in front of your camera. That's my favorite part. All right. Well, we don't really, I don't have a planned way of saying goodbye. So, like everything else seems to be fairly well structured. It's a solid 90 minutes,
Yeah.
And,
Heck yeah, we did good.
Yeah, we did good. So,
yeah, I'm going to go do a stunt involving an airplane and a helicopter.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to take a moment to thank our viewers. Thank you for chiming in and hanging out with us. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, love the comments. Lots of fun. And we
gotta go see this clip.
Yeah, and
and
clip. No, it's not Julie Newmar. It's the
Oh, is it?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, it's Michelle Pfeiffer. Well, whoever it is, it sounds incredible.
Doing the thing all in one take where she like runs around and does all that mayhem. And I remember seeing it and I was like, oh, you can't microwave aluminum. Oh, no. So, and if you don't know Adam, Jeremy, you remember Adam.
Yeah. Hi, Adam.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jeremy, you've checked out B-sides, right? You've watched some B-sides yet?
Just a little bit. Yeah. Haven't had to gotten to watch enough, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, we go hard and long. So anytime we got a free Friday night, we know how to do it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, obviously, if we go 7 hours, I mean, I'm running the show right now, so if I can't be a panelist for 7 hours, what chance do I have running a StreamYard? We'll just keep going. Back to the cast.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the pool scene here, folks.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Thanks again. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thank you, Denver, Colorado, San Francisco, California, Columbus, Ohio, and the double deuce of Austin, Texas. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you guys.